A very good morning to you, students. Today we are going to continue our lesson, the Christmas Truce. The Christmas Truce. Listen me. In the previous classes, you have learnt the chapter. What was given in this lesson, Christmas Truce? It is a letter to his sister. It is a letter of a British soldier to his sister Janet. In this letter, he shared his experience in the Christmas Eve. Listen me. There was an unlikely friendship between the British soldiers and the German soldiers. The friendship between two classmates or two colleagues is common. But a friendship between two enemy soldiers is unlikely. Okay, students. You may study many interesting events in this lesson. Now, what is going on here? Christmas carol is going on. Yes, one by one they started their songs. Here, the German soldier started his song, "O Tannenbaum, O Tannenbaum." Then we replied, "Oh, come all you faithful." These are the Christmas songs. But this time they joined in. At first they sang alternatively. Now they sing join. But this time they joined in singing the words in Latin. Adeste Fideles. What is going on here? Britain and Germany harmonizing across no man's land. I would have thought nothing could be more amazing. What he thought, nothing could be more amazing. But what came next was even more so. What happened next? English, come over. Who is English here? The British. Here, English mentioned British. We heard one of them shout. One of German soldiers shout. You no shoot, we no shoot. What's the command? You no shoot, we no shoot. There in the trenches, we looked at each other in bewilderment. When we heard this noise, you no shoot, we no shoot. We looked at each other in bewilderment. What do you mean by bewilderment? Confused. Then one of us shouted jokingly, "You come over here. You just come over here and listen. What is going on?" To our astonishment, what do you mean by astonishment? Wonder or surprise. We saw two figures rise from a trench, climb over their barbed wire. Two figures, two men rise from a trench, climb over their barbed wire, and advance unprotected across no man's land. One of them called, "Send officer to talk." One of the German soldier called, "Send officer to talk." I saw one of our men lifted his rifle to the ready. And no doubt others did the same. To show their positive reply, one of our men lifted his rifle to the ready, and no doubts other did the same. But our captain called out, "Hold your fire." What's the order of captain? Hold your fire. Stop. Then he climbed out and went to meet the Germans halfway. They climbed out from the trenches and went to meet the Germans halfway. We heard them talking, and a few minutes later, the captain came back and announced, "We have agreed that there will be no shooting before midnight tomorrow." What's the great news? We have agreed that there will be no shooting before midnight. They agreed. Both captains agreed to stop the war temporarily. Okay, students? But Sundays are to remain on duty. Sundays means the God particularly on duty. Duty gods are to remain on duty, and the rest of you stay alert. And the rest of you stay alert. Across the way, we could make out groups of 2 or 3 men starting out of strangers and coming towards us. Listen me. Across the way, we could make out groups of 2 or 3 men starting out of trenches and coming towards us. Then some of us climbed out too, and in minutes, there we are in no man's land. One by one, they come out from their trenches, and now they are in no man's land. Over 100 soldiers and officers of each side shaking hands with the men we had been trying to kill just hour earlier. What a unlikely friendship. See what happened here. Over 100 soldiers and officers of Jesus shaking hands with the man we had been trying to kill just hour earlier. Just an hour earlier. Before an hour, they were enemies. Now they are friends. What an unlike friendship. Listen me. Before long, a bonfire was built, and around it we mingled. There was a bonfire. They stand around it. British hockey, and German grey. British people hockey, German grey. Their uniforms. British soldiers are with their hockey uniform, and German grey uniform. I must say the Germans were the better dressed. This British soldier mentioned that Germans were the better dressed. Better dressed. With a fresh uniform for a holiday. They wore fresh uniform for holiday. Only a couple of our men knew German, but more of the Germans knew English. I asked one of them why that was so. What is his doubt? Many of the British soldiers know the English language, but British people don't know. The British soldiers don't know German. Why? He want the reason. What was the reason? Because many have worked in English. Many have worked in England before they joined in military. See, before all this, one soldier said, before all this, I was a waiter at the Hotel Cecil. One soldier said, I was a waiter at the hotel Cecil. And continuing, perhaps I waited on your table. I may served on your table also. He said, perhaps you did. I said, laughing. What an unlikely friendship here, see. Another German, he had a porter at Victoria Station. Listen me. Another German, he had a porter at Victoria Station. He showed me a picture of his family in Munich. He showed me a picture of his family in Munich. He showed his family photo. Listen me, students. He showed me a picture of his family photo. They were in Munich, that is in Germany. It was so lovely. I told him I would like to meet his family members. I told him I would like to meet his family members. Whose family members? German soldiers' family members. So, he happily gave me his family's address. He happily gave me his family's address. What do you think about this unlikely friendship, students? We can think that beyond all, there will be a humanity hidden inside all the soldiers. Okay, whether they may be British or Germans. They have all the good qualities of humanities in their mind. Okay, so here the author beautifully explained the unlikely friendship between the British and German soldiers. Okay, students, we can complete this lesson today. I will complete it in next class and read it again and again. I have marked the hard words, meaning of hard words, astonishment, wonder or surprise. See, bonfire, what do you mean by bonfire? A fire to burn unwantedly. We know about this. Okay, yeah. If you find any new words or difficult words, you shall go through the dictionary. Okay, I have explained everything, but if you go through the text, you can find out some hard words. You go through the dictionary and get the meanings. Okay, it's a good habit referring dictionary. So read it and mark the meanings and understood the lesson. Okay, students. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you, students.